Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today, I'm going to be doing a tour of my garage. And in this video, I'm going to be touring my favorite garage. So, this is the garage that has all my favorite vehicles in the game. Some of them are very new, some of them are very old. I think you guys are going to be surprised. And I'm looking forward to getting into it and talking about my favorite cars. So, let's jump right in. I'm going to head into the garage now. I'm at 101. So yeah, there's going to be a few cars in here that are probably going to surprise a few of you. So anyways, let's get right into it. So, to start off with, got the Tempesta on the right here. It's got metallic yellow as the paint job. It's got the fucking carbon R, the cheetah carbon R's on it. It's got the carbon spoiler. Full window tint, of course. And that's one of my favorite cars. This video, by the way, is in no order. I don't have a, well, there is one car that I like more than all the others, and that's the Adder right here. So the Adder is one of the first cars I ever bought in GTA. It's still to this day is my favorite car. And I'm not one of those like Bugatti fanboys or anything like that. I just like the car a lot, and yeah, it's been my favorite car for a long time. So anyway, got it with the chrome rims here. Got the window tint all the way. Nice dark red paint job. It's man, I don't know. I can't even get started on the Adder. I love that car so much. Anyway, moving on to the Schlagen GT in ultra blue, I believe, or light blue. I think it's actually light blue. We got the carbon rims on there. We got the window tint, the carbon roof. This car I really like. It's very easy to drift, I find, which is really cool. And double clutching it is very easy. White interior in there, and so that's one of my favorite cars as well. Moving on, I got the Tempesta right here. No, that's not the Tempesta. The T20. That's what got me. Anyway, got the T20 here. Chrome rims on it. Got the yellow paint job with the black secondary, just to make the door panels black like that. This thing is, it's meant to be the McLaren P1, and man, I love this car. I remember when it first came out, I literally sold all of my cars that I had just to buy it, and it cost like 2.2 million at the time, which there wasn't really a good way of making money in GTA at that point. It was like really like grindy and like just missions over and over again. So it was quite hard to get this car at the time, and so now that I've got a lot of money, I finally am able to own it, and I didn't have to sell, my whole collection of vehicles to get it. So anyway, moving on. This one might surprise a lot of you guys, but it is the Cheetah, and I love this car. I think it looks like so crazy and so cool. I love all the carbon fiber that's on it. I think it looks so good in the yellow too. And I've got the yellow on the rims there, to make the rims really pop out and match with the rest of the car, as well as the carbon rims, of course. So, it's, a lot of people think this car's ugly. A lot of people probably don't know this car exists, but I'm a huge fan of it. It's definitely one of my favorite cars. It's definitely in my top 3, I would say. So anyway, there's that. Moving on, Adder again. I already told you guys about it. This one is a different spec. It's got the carbon rims on it, just in blue, and it's one of my favorite cars ever for sure. This is how I originally actually customized my Adder on my last character, before I got banned. So anyway, yeah, so that's the Adder again. It's one of my favorites. Moving on, Banshee 900R in diamond blue, and this is the Benny's custom one. So that's how it's all wide body, and it's got that fat exhaust pipe if you were wondering. So it's super cool. It's man, I love that car. I remember when this first came out, I also sold almost all my cars to be able to buy it because I liked it so much. I thought this was such a clean like look for the car, so had to buy one again once I got the money. And yeah, it's sweet. I don't really drive it like ever actually, but I love looking at it. So anyway, moving on. Carbon is air, and it has chrome rims on it as well. It's also a drop top convertible, so I like that. If I'm ever doing a cruise with my friends or something, you know, pull out this, drop the top, you know, drive around. It's a good cruiser car, that's for sure. So yeah, it's one of my favorites. I remember this was like a focal point when I first started the game too. I had to have this car, and I had to have the Adder, and I had to have the Coquette, the original Coquette. And I got all three of them now. So the Coquette's not in here though, because it's actually not one of my favorite cars. It's one of them, but it's not quite in that top 10, which this is my top 10 in here. So anyway, moving on. Got the Furore GT, which a lot of people don't like this car. It's not really, you know, it's nothing special. It's not fast. It's not particularly like great looking or anything, but this car means a lot to me. I bought it when it was released. I sold a bunch of cars and got it, and yeah, it's still one of my favorites. I still think it's a clean car in my opinion, and I'm a really big fan of it, honestly. The exhaust makes a cool, like, weird little noise, and yeah, it's unique. I like it a lot. And finally, Shafter V12. This is my four-door car. This is my go-to four-door car. Mostly love it because of how the engine sounds. And because it's got, you know, I put that red interior in it, so you know it's, you know, it's already doing pretty nice. Got it all blacked out with the carbon roof, and got the little ducktail spoiler on there. It's, you know, I wish that it looked a little better. I'm not a super huge fan of how the car looks on the exterior, but I love how it sounds, and I'm a pretty big fan of how it drives. So anyway, boys, that's been it for my my favorite garage tour. I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe you learned something new. Maybe you learned something about the cheetah. Maybe you learned something about the adder. Maybe you learned something about me. Who knows? Anyways, and maybe you got some inspiration for a customization you want to do on a car, which would be cool. So anyway, guys, that's been it. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, evening, morning, whatever you're at. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.